Today we're going to be making paper snowflakes. I always make these every year. It's a great tradition and you only need a few things. So for our materials, we're going to use scissors and computer paper. I've done paper snowflakes with newspapers before. Those work as well, but I recommend the computer paper because you won't see all the weird articles and sometimes you get an unsavory article that you don't want to see when it's daylight. So computer paper will give you a nice clean snowflake that you won't be worried about. So to start, you're going to need to fold your piece of paper and get a square. So each side should be even. That's the most important part. So I'm going to take my computer paper, maybe I'll fold it like this, and then I'm going to go from edge to edge to make sure I have a square. You could also just use a ruler if you're more comfortable doing that, or make a template. So now I have this, and this will be my square. I'm going to fold over my other edge. So I can cut my paper. Now I have two squares here, so I'm going to cut it and that will give me enough for two big snowflakes. Okay, so I have my perfect square. I'm going to fold it once like a triangle, again to make a smaller triangle, and this point I'm holding right here with my fingers, this is the point that it's the middle of the triangle, the middle of the sheet of the paper. And I'm going to fold it one more time, and if I want, I can cut my triangle here and start my snowflake, or I could fold it again, and then your triangle will be a little irregular, but this will work just as well for snowflake. The more you fold it, the smaller your shapes will appear when you cut it, and the more intricate your design will be. So to get rid of that square shape, I really want to disguise the outer edge of the paper. So usually if I cut like a swirly round cut, I'm going to try to keep with round cuts because I personally think that looks better. So we'll see. So I have my edge. I'm going to make maybe a little circle, go down, and then I'll cut up. So this is what was on it, and I cut this section off. So now my snowflake's kind of having these rounded edges, and a lot of times I'm not sure what the snowflake's going to look like when I finish, but that's all the fun of doing it. So I kind of have that straight edge of the round. I'm going to go with a round again. No, actually, I'm going to do a triangle. So I'm going to do a triangle, and when I cut the triangle, it should look like a diamond on the other end. And I'm going to very carefully twist it off. These are so easy to make and so cheap, so don't be afraid to, get a little creative and make some mistakes. So this is how it is folded, very small, but now I'm going to unfold it. I'm going to make some shapes here on the sides, here and here. That will give me more patterns, but they won't be on every single, it won't be perfectly mirrored. It will be symmetrical, but it'll give me a little bit more intricate. I'm going to go with a long triangle here now. So I have this stranger shape here. The most important part when you're cutting these snowflakes is never cut the very bottom, because this is the center of the snowflake. And if you cut that out, then you will separate all of your pieces. Sometimes you can very carefully cut around it, but you should know what you're doing. Okay, I'm gonna go, maybe I'll do like a long cut here. And then a long cut here. Make these kind of tiger stripes. And then maybe I will refold it again. I want more symmetry. I'll put a little triangle here. And I will say, okay, I'm fine with the snowflake. Let's see the finished result. I'll unfold it. There's our halfway point. Unfold it again. Oh, a little caught up. And there we go. So once I cut those different shaped triangles, it'll give me a varying pattern, so it's more intricate. I like this snowflake. You can also do more square snowflakes. You can cut them bigger or smaller. I like making the really small ones. I think they're super cute. So I have this paper that was a remnant from my original sheet of computer paper. Let me clear these out. And I'm going to make a really tiny snowflake. As long as you can fold it and cut it, then it can be a snowflake. Okay. So I'm going to get a perfect square. I'm going to cut it here. I've made snowflakes that are like 1 inch, 2 inches. It's super simple. I have my triangle. It's not exactly perfect, but I can trim the edges. I'm going to fold it. Fold it one more time. I can cut it from here if I want. Maybe I'll fold it. I think I'll just keep it here because once you fold it multiple times, or if it's really tiny like this, making cuts becomes harder. So let's see. Maybe I will do kind of a hard edge. So I cut it like this. I think maybe I want a heart. So I'm going to try to cut half of a heart. There's half of a heart. Also, as you can tell by all these little pieces of paper, it gets kind of messy. But, oh, there's my heart. Super cute. Here, I'm going to try cutting it, but I'm going to cut very, very small to give myself an open circle. So I just barely cut that open. And that will keep the shape. Okay, so I cut the open circle, made a few more marks, and now let's open it up. We've got our hearts, kind of an abstract heart maybe. Oh, there we go. It's cute. I've got my little hearts, my big hearts. I like this one. You can save these year after year. I do because I have a lot of them now. I put them on basically every window, so it feels like winter. But I just put a couple of rolled up Scotch tape bits, or maybe some sticky tack, but I recommend the tape. And then I just stick them to the windows, and it's so pretty when you get a nice sunset. It makes you feel like you're in the winter mood. It's fun craft. It's easy to do. It's cheap, and I hope you guys try it out. So let us know what you think. Have a great holiday season, a nice warm winter. We will see you later. Bye.